Hey guys, it's Sky, and this is what's so funny. So, first off, Happy New Year. Yes, I know it's like January 29th, and oh, Dakota. And I know it's like almost February, and yeah. But I've been busy with comedy, photography, videography. We're gonna get into that. But first and foremost, we're gonna address the elephant in the room, and no, it's not me for a change. It's actually the fact that I dealt with a very toxic roommate, and the fact that, well, he's gone. Heck yeah. And so, for those who didn't know, that was something I dealt with for a while, and I realized it was becoming toxic when I was going to comedy shows and stuff to escape that problem. And I didn't want comedy to, be an escape. I wanted it to be a job and or a way to entertain people and or to have fun. I did not want it to be an escape. And that was a problem, is that was becoming an escape. And that's never what I wanted it to be. And when I realized it was starting to be that, I needed to bite that in the butt really fast. And so as of December 20th, 2025, that roommate is officially gone, and I have never been happier. I'm so happy. It's such a more healthier environment, and honestly, I couldn't be more happier. And comedy has taken off, and honestly, it was taken off even before he was a problem, and it's been great. And actually, the coolest part of this all is the fact that with comedy, also brought in photography and videography. So let me explain that. That's really cool, actually. So I originally was just doing photos. I'm like, hey, do you want me to take your photo? Cool. I've done photography since I was in like middle school, just for fun. I did it on old phones. I did it on cameras. And then as obviously smartphones became a better thing, I was able to do it on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is the phone I currently have. And they take amazing photos. And I take amazing photos, as you can clearly see on my Facebook, my Instagram. Here on YouTube, I do post some of the work I do. And it's really cool. And honestly, I am so proud of the work I do, and I wanted to share it with people. Originally, I'm not even doing it to make money, even though people do pay me. I'm doing it because it's something I enjoy doing, and I'm very, very proud of it. And honestly, it's so much fun. And I love the reaction on people's faces. They're like, oh my gosh, I love these photos. Oh my gosh, I love it. And so, it's the greatest thing to see people's reactions, like, oh, you made me look so good. Oh, this looks so great. So I did that, and it started becoming a side gig off of comedy. So after a show or during a show, I have my setup, and then I do the photos. I try to either make myself go first or second, and that way I can focus on photos, because I have to do it in between. Oh, it gets so hard, and no, I try to just go first or second, and then cool, I can focus on photography. Otherwise, it becomes a very, very hard thing to do if I'm like in the middle somewhere. It's very hard. So I knew I could take videos with my phone. I did not know how to use the editing process on my phone. So now I know how, and I just did one for Nancy Abraham, shout out. And she's a realtor as well, shout out. And I just did the editing for that, which looks really cool, by the way. So it looks really cool, and I'm so excited how it turned out. I clipped all her videos in one video, but then I have the separate clips that I sent her, which look really cool. And I was really nervous because I had never actually done videography. It was something very new to me. So I was self-conscious on how it was going to turn out, but it actually turned out really good. So I was really proud of myself. I actually have a new tripod that I bought with the photos that I did with Ryan Yucks. Shout out to him as well. So I was really proud of that. And that was actually the first official photo shoot I had done that I got paid for, which I was really proud of myself for it. And those came out really nice as well. So that was, again, something I was extremely proud of. So, yeah, that's where that's going. And then February 8th, which I'm glad it just popped into my head, I will be on the Mental Ward podcast, which will be really cool because I'll be promoting my photography there as well, and my videography and all that, and talking about just the update on photography, which will be very fun. And how everything's been going, because as of that time, it will be 7 months into comedy, because I started on the 3rd of June. So that's crazy. I did the math wrong. Yeah, Asian that can't do math. Haha. And yeah, so it's been 7 months at that point. So yeah, it's been really crazy to think that 7 months. But yeah, so how did my year start of comedy? Because I did this a little out of order. I didn't mean to do it out of order, but how did my year start with comedy? So, well, first, the do's and don'ts of how you should start your year of comedy. 1, don't take edibles at your first comedy show. Don't. Especially if you're me. Why? I did my set at the 5 o'clock lounge. Oops. I did great. Apparently. Because I watched it. That's when everything started going downhill. Oops, number 1. Because I don't remember any of my set. I'm glad I record all my sets, by the way. Because I started watching my set, and boy, am I high as a motherfucker. It's really funny, though. Number 2. That is the second time I've ever done a set high. Number 3. I'm glad a friend of mine was there to save me and help me. Not save me, but yeah, save me from doing a faceplant on the ground. Oops. And number 4, just in general, I'm never doing that again. I'm just smoking if I want to occasionally. No more edibles. Whoops. Okay, so how did my second show go, where I went to go see a show and I was not in the show? Wasn't much better. The universe was like, you can go fuck yourself. I was in Port Clinton, Ohio. So for me, that's like an hour and 30-minute drive, something like that. I had just recently become gluten intolerant because I'm lactose intolerant. So the universe is like, okay, since you're lactose intolerant, we're going to make you gluten intolerant as well. Thank you, universe. Okay, that's great. I asked, what do you have that's gluten-free and lactose-free? Okay, cool. Salmon. Great. I don't think it was. At least what they made me. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure it had gluten somewhere in it. Like the spice or something was. Because I even have to check the spices are gluten-free. Because that whole show. Nah, man. It sucked. My stomach. And I have to drive home, I add you. So that whole drive was like hell on earth. So now I carry, you always see me with a bag, like a Bluey bag, like a big Bluey backpack. Fun fact, that Bluey backpack, hold on. So everybody probably wonders why every show now of this year, since that incident or whatever, why do I carry this Bluey backpack around? Every show you've seen me now since, why am I carrying this Bluey backpack around? There's a reason behind it. Since the last 2 shows, the first 2 beginning shows that I've gone to, now this backpack is seen everywhere with me. Why? Because the first 2 beginning shows of the year, I accidentally got high and had an edible, and I had a gluten attack. So, needless to say, I now have Lactaid. I have, like, Tylenol. I have inhaler. I have medicine. I actually have 2 different first aid kits. So basically, I am now set. So if this ever happens again, I am prepared. And I wish I was kidding. Like, I actually have. Because I am actually certified. But yeah, I have a first aid kit in here that is OSHA and ANSI certified in here. So if, God forbid, something happens, I can help myself. Because I am not dealing with this again to have this ever happen the fuck again. Because, oh my god, like, I do really go, like, believe it or not, I do quite go far out for shows. Like, one time I went to Pittsburgh. I am surprised nothing happened in Pittsburgh. Like, the shows that I actually went to and this shit happened to were actually close by. Well, Port Clinton wasn't so close by. But I am surprised with the shit that's happened to me. They were all closer by shows. But the farther away shows are the things that don't happen. But the closer shows are the things that shit happens to. So, yeah. I'm like, this is not happening again. And to prove to you, though, by the way, that I have a certification, I do. There's my certification right there. And it's CPR, AED, first aid, and bloodborne pathogens. And I actually have this for work as well as just for my own personal use. So, and I love that certification, by the way. But yeah, so now that stays in my bag for like ever. So yeah. But yeah, so that's why now that bag, that's what's in that bag, and that's why that goes to like every show with me. And then the other bag that I carry around with me always is my tech bag that I carry around with me, and it has 2 tripods, which is the little one, the one that I'm currently using, and then the original one that I would always use, which is a little less steady. I should probably clean this, but this one is like if somebody else wants me to record their set, and I'm using currently mine, I can record 2 at once. So. And I do have to kind of advertise this because it's kind of funny. Because honestly, it's the book I'm reading right now. But Steve Sabo, excuse me. This is the book I'm currently reading, and he wrote this, and it's a really good book. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a really good book. So when I am not, like, when I'm early to a show or I'm not doing tech, that is the book I'm currently reading. This is my comedy bag. So yeah. But that's currently what I'm working on. So then also, the other thing I did was 51st Comics. Let's talk about that. So, yes, I always joke about me being Asian, but I literally had, like, the worst Asian moment on the planet. So, it was 51st Comics. It was, like, 30-something comics, and we got to basically do our first joke of the new year, right? And my joke was supposed to be about, what was it going to be about? It was supposed to be just about the new year and about being Asian. It was this new Asian joke I'd come up with, and for the life of me, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But it was the first new joke I'd come up with. I was so excited. Get on the Funny Farm stage. By the way, I have performed at the Funny Farm before, like, one other time. So, for an open mic, right? Great. Get on stage. 2-minute set. I don't know if that's the thing that psyched me out, that we only have 2 minutes. I'm used to 5 minutes. I'm used to 6 minutes. Okay, great. I get on that stage. I forget all the English language. Like, it leaves my head. Like, all of the English language escapes me. I don't remember it. It's like I come to this foreign planet, I'm standing in front of people, and I don't remember the English language. And I am really thankful. Like, I'm not thankful. I was going to record it. Like, I record all my sets. And I don't know how nervous I was. And I have my little remote here. That's how I remotely control it now with everything, my phone. I don't know if I was fiddling with it too much, and I thought I had turned it off, because you can actually remotely turn it off, so, like, it doesn't go off in your hand, like, so now this won't go off by accident. So I thought I must have turned it off. Well, I didn't. And it must have turned off the record, so I didn't record my set, and I was kind of pissed. And I was like, shit. Needless to say, it didn't record any of my set. And I was gonna be like, oh, look, see, this is me rebounding. And I rebounded really good. I did. I was actually really proud of how I rebounded when I froze on stage and forgot the English language. And I was gonna show it. It didn't record any of it. But I was like, when I got off that stage, I was like, how the fuck did I forget, like, all of the English language for, like, what felt like an eternity was, like, only a few seconds. But it felt like an eternity. In my head, it felt like a fucking eternity. I'm not, it was interesting. But yeah, so then I've also been doing the 5 o'clock lounge in Lakewood with Beck. So that's been very fun. Beck's been giving me crap because I've been showing up early, but that's because I'm used to going really far away and I've had to show up early, and I have like an hour left before like whatever's starting. Whoops. I love you, Beck, I swear. But that's been very, very fun. Met great people there. I did Willoughby VFW with Levi. That was fun. Oh my gosh. That has been a trip and a half. That was a trip and a half. That was a trip and a half, sorry. That just happened, so I'm like, wait, that already happened. I also did my first roast battle at Lakewood, which was like unbelievable. I'd never done my first roast battle. So if you go back in my YouTube and see how the roast went. So I just have to do a little, like, so you understand. He does, Tyrone, the Fresh Prince of Welfare, does a joke about being a farmer. And I'm just going to go there so I don't get, like, thrown off of YouTube. We'll just go there. If you know Tyrone, you know where I'm going with that joke. Me being me, I do not have the right to go into that joke. So if you know Tyrone again, you understand why I mean just farmer. Go watch his jokes and you'll understand. But as the roast battle, I went to Beck and I said, farmer, please. And Beck's reaction was beautiful because he didn't catch it right away. And you hear Tyrone in the background laughing his ass off because he got the reference, and Beck's like, huh? And everybody in the audience got it but Beck. And then the light bulb went off in Beck's head and he's like, oh yeah. It was my first roast battle. I didn't know what to say. I never, you can tell I'm like so new to roasting. Because naturally I don't like actually being that way towards people. I don't like insulting people naturally. Like, unless you cut me off and I'll be like, but like, I don't like being that way towards people. So like roasting people on purpose is like really weird to me. And like, so as a comedian, I have to get kind of used to that. And my dogs are being like super loud. I'm so sorry. But like, so it was really funny. So like, it was the last joke and I had to think of something, and Tyrone's like, had just gone on, I think. And so I'm like, okay, I hope I don't get egged for this. And that's the first thing I came up with. And like, everybody got it. And I'm like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. I wasn't expecting Beck not to get it though. So it was just kind of like that moment of like, you're proud, but then you're like, wait, did Beck not get it? Or did I insult Beck? Oh no. Because Beck not getting it, I got afraid that I insulted Beck. And then it was like, oh no, Beck didn't get it. Okay, I didn't insult Beck. Okay, I was very confused. So, but guys, good news and bad news. The bad news is the episode's over, but the good news is there's gonna be more. And the good news is you guys can catch me live on other comedy shows coming up. So I will see you guys all later, okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye!